Sharing the screen. Okay, let's see what is fork. So, any idea general meaning of fork? Why do we use git fork? It copies the other repository, your own GitHub repo. Other GitHub repo into your own. Like currently I'm is logged into Trusted Savvy. This is my GitHub repo, and this is Apple Sol GitHub repo. And here I have these many 77 repos are available. So if I want to take any of the repo, Terraform demo, see it contains all these Terraform files. So if I find, these files are useful to me, I want to take everything. So instead of, copy pasting or downloading these files, I can download this or copy pasting. So instead of doing that, I can just click on this fork. This complete repository files comes to my repo. Currently I'm viewing Apple Sol Terraform demo. Other GitHub repositories. This is other GitHub account, Apple Sol account. And click on fork here and see what it is doing. Create a new fork. See, from here, little bit Terraform demo only. You're creating a fork into your personal account. See, now it has merged into your GitHub account. Your account is Trusted Savvy and it is forked from Apple Sol. Okay, now I'm going to the other tab. This is where I have logged in with my account. Just go to home page and see if Terraform demo, click on this show more, is available or not. Yeah, Terraform demo. Click on it. You can see it is forked from this GitHub account, Apple Sol Terraform demo to your GitHub account. Okay, so forking is nothing but taking other GitHub repository into your own GitHub repo. Clear? What is fork?
Hello.
You could always do copy also, right? What is the major difference here?
Sorry, didn't get you.
You could always copy that, right? What is the major difference between copy and a fork?
Yeah, okay. Now if I go to this repo, yeah, how can I copy now? How can I copy this to my GitHub account? So if I'm going to this folder. Add files or go to the files or click on this file. I can download, but downloading each and every file. Instead of that, if I want to take complete repo, there is no copy option actually. You can download file one by one, but if you have number of files, instead of downloading, you can just fork it.
Okay. So the previous developers can also, like if you're copying it to another repo, the previous developers who are already working can also work on it. Like whatever the changes they make will impact this repo, or it's going to be a separate one.
No, it will not impact. See, suppose this Terraform demo is an Apple Sol GitHub account. Okay, other GitHub. So they are working on this. You're forking. Their working doesn't get affected.
And whatever the changes they do will not affect your new repo also, right? Like you're
No,
copying
no,
from somewhere else.
no. After, yeah, so they are currently working on it and you've forked it. and after you fork, they're uploading the changes or they're pushing the changes. So their new commits will not show up in your repo.
Okay, perfect. It's kind of
So
complete moving out and creating a new
yes,
one, right?
yeah. So this is actually between two GitHub accounts, fork one. This is us currently. So now Terraform repo, I've forked it, I've taken it. So currently this Terraform repo has 10 commits. So it will show same 10 commits here. But here the developer is working on it. They have cloned it locally, sorry, and working on it on the same repo. And once he has done, he has pushed 5 more commits. Now it has become 15 commits, or that plus 5. So you will not see those plus 5 commits here. If you want to see those plus 5, again you fork it, so it will get the latest ones.
Okay. So just a small doubt here. Let's
Hmm?
say there are 15 commits there, 10 commits are there. You started copying it. Let's say now it is 10 commits. It will take a couple of seconds to copy. If it's a huge file, it might take 15 minutes, 20 minutes to copy. When the
Hmm?
process of copying is happening, and if there is any new commit, what would be the impact of the copy?
Sorry, didn't get to. Process of copying is
Yeah,
uh,
you're creating a new repo. I mean, you're using the fork and creating a new repo. Okay.
hmm?
And in that 10 commits, there is one couple of more commits being done when the process of copying is happening and the moving of files from one repo or copying the files from the other repo. So what will happen at that time?
Okay, we'll do that scenario now. So instead of going with this Apple SoftSol GitHub account, can any one of you give me your GitHub username? I'll open that here. Uh, any one of you, your account, I mean, again, who have logged in with laptop? Praveen, have you logged in with laptop or mobile?
Yes, I logged in with laptop.
Yeah, give me your GitHub GitHub username.
I just pinged you. PDevOps 29.
Okay. Now I can see all his repos here. 6 repos he currently has. Fine. So I'm going to demo repo 3. Let me see what all he has. He has currently one branch. Okay. I want to have a couple of commits. So one
Sashanka, I think that you have some issue with the internet. There's a lot of
yes.
noise in the,
Your voice is breaking.
yeah, there's a lot of disturbance in your voice.
Oh, okay. But I don't have any issue here. Yeah, is it better now or still same?
It's
Yeah.
better now.
Okay. So okay. local repo 1. I'm taking this repository from Praveen's GitHub. Let me see if I have any repo name with local repo. Yeah, I don't. Fine. So I'm forking this. Currently, he has 5 commits. Um, Praveen, can you just clone this repo? Meanwhile,
Yeah, sure.
Still, there
you
is a
just clone
disturbance.
and let me know.
No, still there is a disturbance in your side, Shashank. You're losing some. Yeah, even now
You're
I have.
getting.
Voice is breaking. Like when you're talking, it's like, it's lagging.
Okay, let me rejoin. Uh, yes. Am I audible?
Yes.
Let me know if you're facing the same issue. Uh, Fine. So Praveen, have you cloned that repo?
So that repo is already in my directory. I just went into local repo now.
Yeah, fine. So now, just execute git log, and you should be able to see 5 commits.
Yeah, I can see.
Fine. Now I'm forking this. Currently, I'm into Praveen's local repo. Okay. I'm leaving the same name, not changing it. It is getting forked to the trusted savvy. Okay. Now it is forked to here. I'm going to my GitHub account. Just refresh. Local repo. Yeah, it is forked from Praveen's. And currently I see 5 commit. Okay. Now, Praveen, can you just create a commit and push it to your local repo? Here
Create a
you can
commit
see,
in existing file, right?
yeah, create a commit in your local repo and
Okay.
then push it. Currently it is showing 5. Once it pushes, it should show 6. I'm just checking whether he has created any branch protection rule. No. There is no branch protection rule to main, so he can directly push to main branch.
I just committed. I just edited a file and did a commit.
Yeah, push it, no? Push it to this repo.
Okay. Yeah, done.
Okay. It is still showing 5 only. This branch is one commit behind. Yeah, you pushed it to here 1 minute. It is not showing up in your branch, no? In your repo.
Go back once. I just saw it here 1 minute back. There is a commit.
Yeah. Is this the one?
Now go to the pull. You come down. Here it shows like 88 file 1. Praveen
You just
committed to
did it.
myself.
Yeah. Now it is showing 6 commits. Okay, I've just updated here. So now let's go to the our account and see whether we have 6 commits here. Yeah, this is because here I've updated this branch sync fork, so fork is also getting updated. Okay, when I update this main branch here, and it is also getting updated in all other forks where I have forked it. Okay, now push one more commit.
Okay.
Can any one of you fork this repo, guys?
Yeah, committed second time.
Okay. Yeah, it is showing 7 commits. Okay, I'm currently in the Praveen's repo, and it is showing 7 commits. Now just go and see your trusted account. This one, refresh it. It is showing 6 commits. If you want to pull this, okay, I'm opening it in a new. Yeah, if you want to pull this commit, Here click on sync fork, update branch. You are in your trusted. It got that 7 commit. Okay, previously I just missed. I was in the same trusted savvy only I'm showed. So just please don't get confused. So currently, so we'll do one once again. So sorry, Praveen, can you please push one more? Currently, I'm in Praveen's GitHub account.
Yeah, sure.
It is having 7 commits.
So if we want to add the new commit, then only we do sync, right? Shashanka?
Meanwhile, you also try to clone this, fork this repo. I'm just giving you,
Yeah, done, Shashanka.
anyone can, yeah, because this is a public repo, so anyone can fork it. So please fork this repo. Yeah, I'm in Praveen's GitHub repo, refreshing. Currently it is 7 commits, now 8 commits. Going back to my GitHub account, currently it is 7 commits, refresh. It is still 7. If you want to get it back, see sync fork option, it is giving now, but in previously there is no sync fork. You have to again go to the Praveen's repo and click on fork. It used to sync, but now they have given this option here. So click on this sync fork. You can compare and do it, otherwise just update. So 8 commits. Okay, so whenever you're forking, initially it will get all commits. Later, if you want to get the updated commits, then you have to just click on sync. Or now, Kishore has asked, what happens while we are forking the repo if he pushes it? Okay, let's create that scenario. Before that, like, is this clear? Forking?
Yeah, only when we need to get the new commits, then only we press the sync, right? Otherwise, we don't have to.
Yeah. Yes.
So just a small doubt. So when you automatically enable the sync, you don't need to you don't need to see anything, right? It automatically gets updated here.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So
Sorry to interrupt, guys. Why we are using the fork mainly is it creating the new environments in the test data. So we use this methods. Means your manager will ask you to like create another environment like a QA. You have a QA 1 or 2, 3, 4. For that easy way to forking. Get it right? Right? Is it right, Shishanka?
yes. Yeah. Suppose yeah. What Praveen's Sandeep said is correct. Like, yeah, this is your GitHub repo, and you have created this for the development environment. And they also ask you to do the same thing. If development environment is good, they'll move to the production environment. So when we are moving to the production, instead of creating all repo again, you just fork it to the production environment. Got it?
Maybe this can also be used to disconnect the existing people and create a new environment for some other developers also, right?
Yes. Okay, so mm, okay, now the other question is, while we are forking if the commits, if that admin pushes the commits. So will we get those commits, correct?
Yes.
Kishore, you have asked. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. So Praveen, I'm taking other repository from your GitHub. Um,
Okay.
I already have this. I'm currently okay in my. Okay, oh, already have cloned. Fine, I'm taking this branch concept one repo.
Yeah.
Uh, Before I hit on fork, can you just clone it?
Okay.
Currently, it shows one commit. Let me know once you have cloned.
I cloned it, Shashank.
Yeah. So in your, you don't have any branch protection for this, right?
No.
Okay. So create a file and do not commit. Just let it be in a staging.
Okay.
Done.
Actually, I cloned it, but I'm not able to go to that repo.
Why? Just check the folder name. Just
Yeah.
the folder name.
Just a second. Yeah, got it. So you want me to create a folder?
Create
I mean file?
yeah, create a file.
Okay.
So Kishore, now let me know what I have to do. He's working on this repo. Now I want to fork this repo. When should I fork?
You when you fork, it takes copying. It creates a copy folder there. In the time
Hmm.
of copying, let's say there are thousands of files. You might not
Hmm.
technically prove it here, but generally it's a question that I have. In the process of copying, like millions of files or thousands of files,
Hmm.
if
Yes.
somebody changes, a developer or a developer changes the files, how the forking will happen? Is it a time-based forking, or it happens at the latest, like let's say 15th or 100th or 2000th file getting updated at the time of copying? Will it take the latest file, or will it take the forking period stop? Like, is there any barrier? Like,
Okay, yeah, got it. So it will take the forking time. Like, say I've initiated the fork at now the time is 8. So I've initiated at this time. Sorry, 8 9. Then someone has started pushing the commits, and new files are like thousands of files, as you said, they are coming up. So before those new changes getting pushed, when I have initiated, it considers that time, uh, that state it will fork, not the new changes which is getting applied.
Okay, will there be any pop-up that's coming that there are new changes or something like that, or it will just
No,
blindly?
while copying process, it will not. After you copied, you will get like your branch or your changes are ahead. Okay, we'll see that. Um, Praveen, can you are in staging directory, right?
I'm in working directly. I didn't commit it. Can I add the
Yeah,
file?
so commit now. Commit it. Fine, I am forking meanwhile.
Yeah, committed. Sorry.
Branch concept, yeah, with the same name. Yeah, you can push it, Praveen.
Okay.
It has gone to my account, Trusted Savvy. I want to go back to Praveen's.
I think with
Yeah,
minimum files, it is difficult to achieve this
yeah, yes, yes.
scenario. I can understand. That's why I was asking, what happens if there are thousands of files? Like, you just need to
Yeah, I
understand the
get your
thing.
question now. Fine, let me branch concept one.
I post it.
Yeah, I forked it now. It is showing one commit. I'm going back to the Praveen's repo. One person has forked here. You can any number of persons can fork. And okay, let me refresh. Currently one commit. It is two. For me, it is fine. Now go back to my account, Trusted Savvy one. See here, it is showing after completing. It shows like it has few more commits. It is behind those commits.
So it is showing. Okay, it will.
Yeah,
It will.
yeah. It will take the point, the period of forking,
Okay. So
and it may take some time. Yeah, tell me.
can we add this even after you just need to sync it? That's
Yeah,
the option you have, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Sync, and here it is also showing compare. Like you can check if you want it or not. Those new
Yes,
changes.
I could understand. Yeah.
Otherwise, you just update it.
So it's a time based, right? So that's what I
Yes.
wanted to understand.
Yeah, yeah. Time based.
Thank you.
Yeah. Got this,
Yeah.
everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. If that is fine, let's go to the rebase. What is git rebase? It is like merge only. What we had done in merge? Yes, please
We
answer.
three types
What
of
merge was?
from the
Sorry.
branch to the destination branch, like we merge the files. And if we have any update in the files,
Yeah. So it basically combines your changes or combines the commit from one branch to another. Correct? So now let's see merge first, then we'll go to rebase. This is my master. I'll just take this C1 like code 1, code 2 in this example and dev branch. So when I create this dev branch, it will get code 1 here, C1. Okay, let me create this scenario. Currently in master branch, touch code 1 file. Okay, C1. Now create a dev branch. Check out. It has C1. Fine. Now create a code here, C2. So on top of this C1, I'm adding one more code. C2 code. So touch C2 git add. C1 first, which I've created from the master, and then in a dev I've created a C2 code. And again I'm writing the code, adding the code. So that I'm doing in a master branch. C3. Fine. After this, I've created C3 here. So will this C3 shows up in the dev?
No.
Yes. So I'm currently in master. I have C1 and C3. C1, C3. In dev, C1, C2. Fine. I'm checking out to dev and creating one more code here. Adding code on top of it, C4. Yeah. Here C4. Code. Checking out to master, creating C5. So this way I've written the check out master. My master has C1, C3 and C5 code. Now, if I merge it, if I execute git merge, how the code should be, git being in the dev, I say git merge master. How the commit sequence should be, how the commit history should look like. Being in a dev, I execute this git merge master.
C1, C2, C3, C5.
C4, C5.
C1, C1 twice.
C2, C3, C4, C5. So what actually is in which sequence you are executing these commits, it is getting merged in that way only.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So git merge. So check out to dev. Check your dev. C1, C2, C4. Fine. Git merge master. Since we have changes, it will give a new merge commit. Fine.
This.
So C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, and it said that you have merged it. Your code is getting merged sequentially. So there's no issue for your code if you do a merge. The same thing, let's do rebase. So same scenario. Instead of merge, I want to execute git rebase. So quit, but I already merged it. So I want to undo this merge. So how can I undo this merge? We have seen how to undo a commit. We can either use reset or revert. Undo commit. Reset or revert. Or if you want to undo a file from a staging or a working directory, if it is staging, you can use git restore. And if it is working, you can use git clean. If it is not in a repository itself, if it is not in a git init, you have not initialized that repo, you can just use rm-r commands if you want to remove or undo. So if I want to undo a merge, I just now merged it. Before merge, it was showing these commits, right? C1, C2, C4 in my dev. Now it is showing all the commits. So to undo the merge, check reflog. Reflog will show you the sequence of the commits you have executed or the commands you have executed in sequence. Okay, if you see here I have executed merge, and you can copy this reflog ID before that or head ID. It is showing where the head. So leave this merge. Here I have merged it. Now you can use this. Use this command git reset hyphen hard and give this head ID or reflog ID. Git log C1, C2, C4. You're back. If you see here, it is C1, C2, C4. You're back to your previous state. This way you can undo the merge using reflog. So reflog will show you the sequence, the order in which you have executed the commands. First you have committed it and then checked out and then C2 commit, checked out. All this it is showing. Here you have executed merge. If you don't want this merge, just go below the merge reflog ID. And using git reset and that ID. So first go with reflog and git reset. Reflog or that head ID you can take. Clear this one? How can we undo the merge? Um, please speak out.
Yes, Shashanka.
Fine.
Yes.
Now I'm back to the previous state. Let's execute git rebase. Okay, before going to rebase, also check the commits in our master branch. C1, C3, C5. So we had C1, C3, C5. It is untouched. Fine. Now, yes. Now git rebase master rebase done. Now, if I execute git log, can you guess in which sequence we'll get the
Uh,
commits here?
Non-sequential.
Yeah. So, which way it will get?
It's C1, C3, C5, C1, C2, C4.
C3, C5. You mean first it will bring all these target branch and then C2, C4. Is that the one you're telling?
No, he said
Yes.
It will be in sequence as what I believe.
Sorry, didn't get you.
I believe it will be in sequence like C1, C2, C3, C4, and C5.
For merge, we got in sequence. So when rebase is also giving in sequence, why we are going with this rebase? It should be something different, no?
no what he said. Other guy, I don't know his name. He said like C1, C3, C5, and again C1, C2, C4.
Oh.
Right? Is that
Okay,
what you said?
Yeah, that's correct.
fine. So yeah, could be, but let's see. So you mean to say it is bringing your target uh, code first or target commits first. On top of it, it is placing your source commits. Correct?
Yeah, it comes like the way we gives the commits, and in that order, like we are going to get the rebase.
Okay. So let's see. C1, C3, C5. As someone said, C1, C3, C5. And then it is not giving again C1, C2, C4. So C2, C4, there is no C1. So what it is doing is, it is first checking the common commit between these two branches. What is the common commit? C1. On top of that, it is placing its target branch commits, target branch new commits. My target branch commits are C3 and C5. So first it is taking the common commit C1. On top of that, it is placing its target branch commits C3, C5. On top of that, it is placing its own branch new commits C2 and C4. Okay, this way dev initially was on C1. When it is created, it was on C1, and then it is checking the common commit. It's changing its base currently to the C5. Now what is the common commit after rebase is done? C5, right? The latest commit between these two branches. See, I've done the rebase now. Now the rebase is complete. Uh, by the end of this rebase commit, it changed its base. Dev branch changed its base to the your target branch. Target branch contains C5 latest commit, and the same C5 latest commit you can see in a dev branch. On top of that latest commit, it is adding its own branch content. So now it's changed its base to the latest commit in the target branch. That's why the term rebase. Understood?
So in the real time, like what they use mostly, like it merge or rebase.
Merge only. So I haven't used anytime rebase.
Okay.
And please use rebase with caution.
Can you please come again and say the uh, changing the base? How it is changing?
Yeah. So initially dev was created. Uh, when dev was created, it was in C1 commit. Okay. Later, this after rebase is done, it's changed its base to the latest commit in the master branch. What is the latest commit in the master branch? C5. So on top of C5, it's added its own branch content here.
Okay, so whatever the latest, if we add a new commit, then it would be the base would be in that, right?
Yes,
It's easy.
yes. It will check the latest commit. So
Yeah,
it will
whatever
first check the
latest.
common commit. When it is doing a rebase, first it will check what is the common commit between the two branches. It is C1. After C1, what are all the new changes in the target branch? It brings those commits first. On top of that, it places its own branches. So it is completely changing its commit history. Dev
Okay,
branch
so
commit history is changing.
if we are not adding in the master and we are adding a new commit in the dev branch, so the base would be the latest commit which is in the dev branch, right?
No, it checks in the target branch. See, now let me add C6 and then do a rebase. I'm currently in dev. I haven't changed anything in the master branch. So when it will change its base, when there are anything new. So currently, what is the common commit between these two? C5. Now it contains C5. After rebase is done, I'm doing one more time rebase. Okay, when I'm doing rebase this time, I have a new change here in the dev, that is C6. So let me git rebase. Current branch dev is up to date. Git log C6 already committed. So when rebase is executing, when there are new changes in your target branch, so it is changing its base. I don't have anything. See, if you see here, after rebase is done, this is a state. Now compare this with your master, because I'm executing rebase between these two now, this and this. So after creating a new commit here, if I do a rebase, it does not have any new things. Rebase will changes its base to the master. To change that base, there is no new changes in the master currently. Suppose if you have C7 here, now go to the
C7.
so it has C1, C3, C5 and C7 this. Now I'm checking out to dev and execute rebase. I'm back here. Currently my branch is like this. It has C1, C3, C5, C2, C4 and C6 also. Now rebase. Done. C7C. So see the sequence now. C1, C3, C5. It has brought that master or target branch change first. C7. So C1, C3, C5. So it has brought the latest change here. So it has changed its base now. Earlier it was at C5. Now it has brought this and it is at C7. On top of it, it is placing its own. So C1 is a common. So now C2, C4 and C6. C2, C4, C6. So rebase will changes its base with the target branch. It goes to it brings first target branch changes. On top of that, it places own branch changes. So rebase changes its base to the target branch. That means it brings target branch commits first, then adds own branch commits on top of it. Okay. So complete commit history is getting changed. So please do not use this rebase until you're very sure and your manager asks you to do take a mail confirmation or let it be in a written form and then execute it this rebase. It completely changes your code, your repository history. So use it with caution. And generally 95% you don't get a chance to execute this rebase. There are very few projects which requires a rebase, but please get the confirmation.
Can you give a use case for the rebase?
Yeah. So I have seen this in one of the networking environment, but I haven't used it. So there, what happened was the network devices. If you know, like switches, routers.
Yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead.
First
I
we
know.
have switches, and then we have routers. So switch use switch are used for internal connection, okay, within the organization or intranet. uh, on top of it we have routers. This is for extranet or internet. So they wanted, see, they are writing their switching, routing, all this networking code, and they are pushing it to their different folders in that repository. So always routers code has to be on top. If anyone pushes this, uh, the switchers code and all, it has to be removed and it has to place always the routers code on top. By mistake, if anyone pushes that, no, so if anyone execute rebase, it removes this lower layers or lower folders code, and it places always routers code on top. So here Rebase is doing that. It places always target branch first. So this code first, on top of it, this branch. So in that case, they do this rebase, but again, do not use this. We don't get, DevOps engineers mostly don't get a chance to use a rebase. That is what I have seen so far. Sandeep, you are also a developer, right? Have you used rebase anytime?
Oh yes, I used in Scotiabank for the rebase.
Yeah, can
The
you just
all
your, yeah, tell your experience on rebase?
example like future one, future two, future three. We are done like more branches when we are committing, right? We do like a lot of reviews on the commits, right? Example, the code bugs I have to fix and everything. But we don't need to see that tracking history. For we have to use the rebase to the one commit, exactly one commit when we are merging to develop branch. So they don't need the records actually. So for that, we are using the rebase. Got it? What I mean, Shashanka?
Uh,
Example, I'm working on one feature, right? Example, like keep on like adding the code one day by day, and my reviewer asking for to review the code, and then he committing that he will return that all the code fixes. Then when I try to commit my branch to main branch, he need only one commit, not for the all the branch history, the future history. But in that scenario, we use the rebase.
you mean combining multiple branches, multiple commits into single commit?
Yes,
Sandeep, it means that you want to maintain a clean history
yes, clean history. Yes, for that we use rebase.
so that like you can always find out where the issue is.
Yes,
Yeah. So, uh, all of you got this rebase?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay,
can we
you just
use?
try it once. If you're still getting confused, we'll see in the next session. Try to execute this scenario once. Do merge and then do rebase. You'll understand.
Can we undo rebase like undo much?
Yeah. Just try this. Currently, it has, yeah, C7. So C7, we recently rebased it. Let's undo that. Git reflog. Okay, when we are doing rebase, this is C7 commit. If you see here, rebase started, and then it pushed my C2, C4, C6 are my dev branch commits. It pushed it aside and it placed its master branch, target branch, and on top of it, it added the C2, C4, C6. Yeah, fine. So at this point, I have my C7 commit, and here I've started rebase. Below that, I'm taking this ID. Command to undo this rebase. I mean, after taking the reflog ID, what is the command?
Git reset --hard
And this
the
ID.
code.
Now I'm in dev branch. There is no C7. After C5, I don't have C7. C2, C4, C6. This is my dev branch code. So we can undo rebase also. Same. So this actually, if you want to, reflog is not only for undoing merge. If you have used git reset hard will remove the commit history as well as the file, correct? Guys, are you
Yes,
able
yes.
to follow?
Yes.
Okay. So currently I have C1, C2, C3. Okay, these many files, and I'm just okay, I'm using a reset. Above this commit, everything should be removed. Okay, C2, C4, C6 should be removed. Git reset -hard. Git log. See
So
what
where
all it is now.
base now?
Yeah, not the base things now. I just want to show a reflog command. Reflog is not only used for merge and base. Okay, currently what all files I have? C1, C3, C5. Earlier, okay, 1 minute. I'll just use a new repo. Reflog. Just creating couple of commits. Okay, 3 commits I've created. 3 files. Now git reset -hard. I'm removing M2 and M3 commit as well as a file. Git log M1 file is also removed. Now I want to get back those files M2, M3. The hard reset will permanently delete. It will not show. If you go to soft and mixed, commit history will be deleted, but files would be there in the working and staging. But if you go with a hard reset, file gets deleted completely. So now how to get back those files, M2 and M3? Git reflog. You have committed M2 and M3. Now then you have done the reset. So before the reset, what commit you have, just copy that. Git reset ls, your files are back. Git log, your commits are back. So this reflog is not only for merge and rebase. For every commits you execute, it shows up in a sequential order here. You can just, if you want to undo any command, you can use reflog.
So you use hard for deleting the commit
Reflog.
file and also to get back the files.
Yeah. Yes, I've used hard here. Even I've used the same reset hard for rebase and merge also. Here pay attention for the reflog ID or the head ID. In earlier reset hard, I've used the commit ID, but now here I'm using this reflog ID. Okay.
So Shashanka, what is the difference between log and reflag then usage?
Yeah, log will give you the commit history. I mean, commit history of that particular branch only.
Mm-hmm.
A reflog will actually show you the sequence of commits which you have executed. So
Okay.
here I have only one branch. If I go to dev branch will, if I say, okay, let me create a branch, git branch dev. Okay, I'm creating a commit here. M4. Yeah, now execute git log. It is showing the commits I have. Now
Right.
git reflog. If you see,
Mm-hmm. All are the branches.
yeah,
So
all branches and also the commands are executed in a sequence.
got it. Yeah. Mm. Nice example. Yeah.
Yeah, so yes, we have seen fork, rebase, and reflog. Any doubts in these three things? Okay. Uh, yes. So if no questions on these three topics, then um, now tell me your questions or doubts in the previous session. Pull request one.
Shashanka,
Yeah, Harsha.
can you please repeat the fork once again, please? I am good with the sync and the commits, how they gonna transfer from one account to another. But
Hmm.
how I need the first step, how the link will be connected between the two accounts, two GitHub accounts.
How the link? See, okay. Let's take. Do you have a GitHub account?
I'm using a different laptop today. Sorry,
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I'm using another laptop, not mine. Sorry.
Yeah, if you're using another laptop also, you can open your GitHub account, no?
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah.
In the meantime, are you adding any more commands, Shashanka? Or that's it in a GitHub.
No, we have git stash,
Yes, that is very
dot
important.
git ignore file,
Right.
yeah, dot git ignore file,
Mhm.
and tags.
Okay. Then one more thing. So Parnit asked that head, right? Head branch, top head branch, the command. Yesterday we were stuck there, right? Are you going to be repeat that?
Upstream, upstream,
Upstream, yes, upstream, yeah.
yeah. Maybe in the next session I'll cover. I wanna
Yes.
clear the pull request one if
Yeah,
time
we given the
permits.
homework
Yes.
also, right, for that. So rest.
Yeah, I asked to check
Maybe your internet
git push
not
upstream
stable
and
today.
just git push origin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shashanka, I've
Then,
shared you my
then
ID.
I'll just take Harsha's query and then I'll wrap up session today. In the next session, we'll see your questions. Mm, so instead of Praveen's, I'm just taking your repo. Give me your repo username. Is this the one?
Yes, Shashanka.
But it is not
6
showing
is
up.
missing. One more 6. 1996. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
6.
sorry. Yeah, my bad. Okay.
It's not his username then.
Yeah.
Arsha, can you open your GitHub and then you copy?
Yeah, in the GitHub, like when here it will show sign in as this is your username.
Shashanka, I can't see anything on your screen. It's
Oh,
struck.
1 minute. Okay, now is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so in your GitHub account, see here, sign in as. Here you'll see this username.
Okay, 1 minute.
I want to. Yeah.
Yes, Shashank, I shared mine ID.
Okay. Yeah. Now I can see your repos. You have currently 4. I'll fork demo repo 1. Okay, it is in your account. I can fork it. Before forking this, I just want to see if I have demo repo 1 in my trusted savvy account with the same name. It's already there. So let me check. Hmm. Yeah, TR2 I don't have. I'll fork this TR2. But you haven't initialized this repo. Wait a minute. You haven't initialized with readme. Mm, fine. I'm taking this repo git.github. Okay. Currently in your repo GitHub. So fork with the same name only. I'm forking it to my account. It is done. Now going back to my GitHub page. Show more. It should show git dot yeah GitHub. It shows here I have forked from your ID. After then
Got
you're
it.
making any changes, it will show up here that your branch is ahead. Currently it is showing branch is up to date. When it shows ahead, you can just click on sync. You can click on compare to see whether you want to take those changes or not. Otherwise, if you want to change it, directly click on update.
Got it, Shashank. Thank you.
Yeah. So please practice these 3 things: fork, rebase, and reflog. Reflog is not only for merge and rebase. This is for every commit or every command. If you want to undo, you can do it. Okay. So yeah, uh, there someone asked me in the previous sessions to show difference between fetch and pull, how it brings. And yesterday I've given the homework like git push upstream one. And today someone was asking to execute this pull request on a GitHub with merge conflicts, the flow which we did yesterday. So
Yeah.
all these 3 things I'll show in the next session. Okay. And along with this, the remaining concepts.
Also, you told to clone something, right? Like at the start. To
Yeah, to show this fork, I asked one of you to clone.
no. Like
And
to you had sent the P DevOps 29. Like you had sent the local repo one.
yeah, yes. I said one of you not clone, take that URL and fork it.
Okay,
When you fork, it will come to, I mean, just now I've shown you, it will shows up in your GitHub account. So, and it shows this message that you have forked from other repo.
got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So, is that fine? I'll explain these things in next session.
Sure.
Okay, fine. If no questions, I'll wrap up this session.